Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
Welcome to Power CEOs, the truth behind the business. I'm Jen Gaudet, your fearless host, investor, entrepreneur, and business strategist. Why are we here? Because iron sharpens iron. And when we bring successful entrepreneurs and investors to share about what's working in business and maybe even some of what's not, what we are all able to do is learn and grow. As a result, our businesses grow, and the ripple effect impacts not only ourselves, our teams, and our families, but also our communities and our world. You are in for a treat this week because I have here with me in studio a good friend of mine who is a complete rock star in the executive coaching and consulting space. Griselda Abulsalman left a high salaried position in a Fortune 500 company and decided to break off and launch her own company. And Griselda, welcome to the studio. Tell us, what was it that got you to jump off that cliff?
Thank you so much, Jen. And first of all, thank you so much. I love being on the show. And happy International Women's Day. Celebration to all the ladies out there. But what got me to make the change, I love what I was doing, an executive in operations and continuous improvement. And I learned a lot from doing that around the world. Went to 26 countries. And I met a lot of people. And one day they said, well, when are you going to launch on your own? So I had to have surgery. After my surgery, I decided not to go back to the executive role and then just launch my business. And so that's what I'm doing. And really, the truly is because of the passion. I love working with small and medium-sized business owners and the Fortune 500 to help them to be a lot more profitable. And I love working with people. So I get to have the best of both worlds.
I love that. But you know, a lot of times people reach out to me and they're like, Jen, because I'm a coach as well.
Yes.
And they're like, I want to launch my business, but I've got golden handcuffs. I can't give up the salary. I'm afraid. Yes. I have that fear. You just dove right in.
I did. And it is a tough decision, I'll say, because you are enjoying a salary. And then even after I decided to make the change, the phone calls come and goes, oh, you're no longer here. Will you join us at this location or, like different companies? And I decided, I went through the thinking and I'm like, you know what? I really have to give this a go. I've been wanting to do it, and I thought about it. I registered my LLC, and now it's out there, and I'm helping people around the world. So it's a lot of satisfaction from just partnering with different business owners and different people to make their business profitable and to make sure that they're thriving as well in their personal development. So I'm loving it.
And so as we move along the trajectory, I mean, you were truly sort of like a transformational specialist, if you will.
Yes.
Operational efficiency is kind of your game. You were really good at helping the companies with their strategy and with becoming more profitable.
Yes.
And you were really your system specialist, truly.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about how all of that experience transpires into business, because many times we go into business, and like I was in medicine.
Yeah,
and guess what? In medical school, they don't teach you business at all.
No.
And so I had to go back and learn these things. Mm-hmm. So you were uniquely equipped with some of these skill sets. Did it make it easier to set your business up?
So it's easier in the sense that you have the confidence that you can help them achieve the results. And they're bold results, right? Like growth in revenue, 2 to 3x growth, delivery performance, quality performance. Those results are a huge margin shift, double-digit improvement in profit margin. So you have the confidence that you know you can do it because you've done it repeatedly. So when I go in there and partner with a client, it's not just the confidence and the knowledge that I know I'm going to get them to those bold results, but that I'm going to engage the team and that they're going to have fun with it. So that when my team and I part ways, they're having fun, they know how to improve the process, and they do it repeatedly. So it's a system. It's an operating management system that we put in place that engages everybody in the company. So is it easier? I would think so, because I did it for 29 years. So it's an amazing experience, and I love working with other CEOs and business owners, helping engage their teams. And when they achieve those results, we high five, we celebrate, and it's really, really awesome. So I'm greatly enjoying helping them out.
So we have people who maybe want to launch a business, we have executives, we have people who are entrepreneurs, some who have multiple businesses, so a wide range. If there was one thing you wish that people who were launching a business would know before they got started, what would it be?
I would say that make sure that you network and that you partner with people that have been there, done that before you. That I found extremely helpful. And so many people are willing to help you, like yourself, and there's other people that I've worked with. But partner with others that have been there, done that, and then follow in their footsteps. They have lessons learned, they pass them on to me, and now they're helping me thrive in my business. They're strategic partners. So it's extremely helpful to really get to know those people, help them, and provide value in whatever it is that I can provide for them. But it's a partnership. It's a true partnership, a camaraderie of how do we help each other, how do we grow our business, and how do we make sure that we're having fun along the way by engaging all the people within their organizations.
So I really want to highlight what you just said, because you talked about strategic partnerships, and that's something that I've grown my businesses along the way. I could not be where I am without them. Right. But you also sort of said find the people who have already done this.
Yes.
And to me, that's engaging coaching.
Yes.
You and I both have coaches. All coaches have coaches, by the way.
Yes.
And you're an executive coach as well.
Correct.
To the executive team. So talk to me a little bit about how coaching is a shortcut. What does that do as we're able to learn from others' mistakes? And what do we look for in a coach?
Yeah. So in a coach, you really want that trustworthy relationship. You trust each other. There's experience there that each of you share. And so you bring that to the table. You bring that to the forefront to help each other with whatever struggles they may be having. So the lessons learned that I've had is in partnering with others. I've been there, done that, and I would have done this differently. Whether it's the registration of the LLC or the website or different things like that, you learn and you help each other avoid those same mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make other mistakes, but you don't want to repeat the ones that your coaches are teaching you. So it's a learning process. It's there's ups and downs, so it's not an easy road, as you well know, Jen, but it's extremely satisfying. And it's really satisfying to be working with others that are guiding you to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes that they make. But as you work together, you're thriving in business, you're helping each other out, you give clients to each other, and it's really extremely satisfying.
Absolutely. I think one thing I would add, Griselda, to what you've shared, because everything is pure gold. Yes. Learning from others' mistakes, helping one another out, adding value, connecting to things that are going to improve. But one of the things that was really essential to me is I wanted coaches who have not just done it themselves, but have had clients who have been able to repeat the same success.
Absolutely.
And because you have your experience for so many years doing this, you kind of already have done that for, over 2 decades. And it's really important that we know that the people we hire to coach don't just have the success themselves, but also have been able to generate that success for other businesses. And that's a crucial step that I've found a lot of people sort of skip. And so if we're interviewing a couple of coaches, what are your go-to things when you're considering a coach?
That's a great question. I want to make sure that the values of authenticity, trust, relationship building, and really engaging with their team members resonates and shines through. Whenever I'm partnering with a client, I want to make sure that they're another essence of what I would provide, right? That caring relationship, that wanting to make sure that the results that are achieved are your results as well, and really making sure that the coaches that I bring onto the team are resonating with that are projecting the same compassionate leadership servant style that I provide. And so with that, we bond together and we make sure that they have an awesome experience. And I think that's why they call us back.
Absolutely. And when we hire for culture and we hire for value fit, because that's really important.
That's exactly what it is.
We can teach skill set, we can onboard to our processes. We can we can always teach skills, but what we cannot do is instill values. And if authenticity, integrity, really truly caring about your clients is essential to you, it's important that our teams, whether we're hiring coaches or we're hiring anyone on our team, that they share our company values, our values, because it's not something that can be taught. And if there's a value mismatch, all the systems and amazingness that we put into our company is fantastic, but it's not going to be a good fit for them. And so when we're hiring, we really want to make sure that it's a good mutual fit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's also about developing that culture that is going to help your client, that you're going to fit with not only the values that we bring to lean business excellence, but also learning the culture and the values of the client company. Because you want to make sure that whatever you put in place is sustainable. So when we put it in place and we engage with their culture, their values, they're extremely impressed with how it all blends well together. And so the time that we get to go and move on to the next client, everything stays behind. They're enthusiastically developing what we set in place, and they really have fun with it. So that culture, and I'm a true believer, and I know you are too, as Jen, that culture drives revenue and growth. It truly, truly does. We set up the strategies, we set up the metrics, the operating system, but the culture is really what brings it all together, and people really enthusiastically engage to make improvement happen, not only during the project time, but beyond that, every single day, every single week. And it's a really exciting process.
Absolutely. And so just to quickly summarize, it's very important that we hire for values, that we hire for culture, and we make sure that we instill the culture that makes the most sense to us, and then we layer on our strategy and our tactics, our operating systems on top of that. But it's so vitally important that we're looking and taking care of our people and investing in our people, because when we invest in our people, they take care of our clients and our customers, and they will take care of us. We do have to take a brief break, but we'll be right back after these messages.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
Call 855-993-2096 right now. That's 855-993-2096.
The legal profession is not immune to the disruptive power of artificial intelligence. AI is reshaping the way lawyers research, analyze, and manage legal matters. AI-powered legal research tools can sift through vast volumes of legal documents, statutes, and case law in seconds, providing lawyers with comprehensive insights to build their cases. In courtrooms, AI is used to manage and present digital evidence effectively. It can organize and analyze evidence, making complex cases more understandable for judges and juries. In contract review, AI quickly identifies potential risks, inconsistencies, and compliance issues in legal contracts, saving valuable time and reducing human errors. The future of law is being shaped by AI. AI is streamlining legal research, improving courtroom presentations, enhancing contract analysis, and making legal information more efficient and accessible. Data Dive, infinite insights instantly.
Have you ever had to hire multiple contractors? It is a daunting task that takes a lot of management time and impacts the core business or the company that time you spend with your loved ones. At Texas Home Property Solutions, you can count on a responsible company that can tackle all your general contractor needs. Electricity, painting, remodeling, plumbing, air conditioning, and roofing. Hire us and forget it. With over 20 years of experience, Texas Home Property Solution will deliver your project on time and within budget, with the high level of quality and integrity, no matter the size or complexity. If you are a company, a government institution, or an individual who needs a general contractor, you need Texas Home Property Solution. Take a decisive step and call us today for a free consultation.
Welcome back to Power CEOs, the truth behind the business. If you're just tuning in, you're going to want to go to nowmedia.tv, click on shows, go to Power CEOs, and catch the first part, because we talked about how to hire for talent. We look at values, we look at culture fit, and we talked about how culture drives growth and revenue. We also talked about the importance of coaching and having the right coach who is going to shorten the time to your success and really accelerate your results. And so you're not going to want to miss that. But we're going to dive right back in and sort of shift the conversation a little bit, because earlier, Griselda, you talked about the importance of networking and relationships. Talk to me a little bit about how important is the right community for entrepreneurs and building those relationships in order to set themselves for success.
It's critically important, absolutely, because you establish those the networks, and it's a community of different topics. So, for example, in the line of work that I do in operations and in continuous improvement, it's about operational excellence. And there's groups and community that we help each other out with, either projects or helping clients around the world. But that community is extremely valuable to make sure that you're learning from each other, that you're sharing experiences, and sometimes projects as well. When sometimes there's a little bit too much work on someone's plate, then you partner with others. But it's also different groups. So, for example, in United Latinas, that is a group that I joined as I was becoming a speaker, making sure that I was helping others and learning from them as well. But that community has really bring me in extreme satisfaction to help other young career women get to an executive level that I was in for many years, and so I can pass on those experiences to them. And so that group is a really powerful group of Extraordinary Latinas, is the name of the book that we simply wrote right here. There you go. But this is the short stories of really turning adversity into tremendous advantages. How do we take those obstacles, those challenges, and really turn them into something positive, something that we can all benefit from, learn from, and thrive? So when I met this group, I was writing my Life Beyond the Border book, in which I talk about biography and autobiography, and it's really a self-help memoir. But how do we turn adversity into opportunity? How do we make sure that we're thriving in that environment? So when I brought that over to this group, they were writing a book which was one chapter per person, and there's 17 of us. So it's a very nice 17-chapter book of amazing stories of courage, resilience, and pursuing your passion.
And so, I wrote a book several years ago, and I did not have a community back then. Mm-hmm. And it was really hard. The day that it published, and then I immediately wanted to take it back, but it was too late because it was already out there. Once you publish, it's out there. And I had some personal stuff in my book, and I was like, oh, everybody's going to know, but you can't put that, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. It's already out there. Did you have an experience like that after it published that you're like, oh my gosh, everybody now knows this story about me?
Yeah. So it was a 12-week process that it took me to write my own story, The Life Beyond the Border. It is out on Amazon now, but I know the feeling. I know exactly what you mean, because you want to make sure that it's perfect. Is there any typos? All of these things come to mind. You just go with it. The book is out there, and I do think it's perfect. There's no typos. However, even if there's second edition that is possible. So it's not like it's the end of the world, right? There's always something you can do afterwards. But it's an exciting process that I would encourage others to write their story and share it with the world, and make sure that it's something that you're enjoying and it is perfect. You have your own status of, this is what I want it to be, and so those expectations are high. But it's amazing stories of whatever it is that you share with your experiences in your book. They're amazing. They're your lessons learned, and you're passing that on to others. So absolutely, it's something that I enjoyed. Was I a little nervous at first? But it's a very, very well laid out process that we used. And then we worked with some amazing people that have been previous authors. So they were guiding us, right? We had Ileana and Sandra helping us through the process. And so it was a very smooth process for us to get out there. And this one is actually already bestseller on Amazon. So it's a bestseller status. And we're sharing our story. So hopefully you get to enjoy Extraordinary Latinas. And then soon to come here on March 12th, Life Beyond the Border, which is my own story.
That's so awesome. And so talk to me a little bit about this as a brand elevator and credibility.
Yes.
Like having a book published, it kind of gives you an added level of credibility. So talk about like what the decision-making process looks like, because now you're an entrepreneur. Did you do it for your business, or did you already have this in play when you were an executive?
Full transparency, I did it because I had surgery and I was not going to have my right arm, my dominant arm, and I couldn't just sit still. As an entrepreneur, you just have to be doing something and you have to be helping in some way. And so in my mind, I couldn't write, I couldn't type, I was in a sling. So I dictated to my computer, and that's how the book came about.
Wow.
So it wasn't really planned, it was by chance. But as I was writing it, I was really learning about my own culture and then interviewing people through my family. And so with that, I put it out there, and I'm having some raving reviews about the book. So I'm really glad that I did it. But it wasn't something that I planned. It was just kind of by chance. I guess there's a lot of things that come with adversity, that losing my right arm for about 6 months. But I made something positive with it, and now I get to share my story with the world.
You know what? I want to highlight something that you just said. You made something positive of it. One of the key aspects of successful entrepreneurs is a relentless positivity. Like we're always seeing the glass half full. We're always pushing forward, because if you are going to develop mental resilience, for example, which we require as entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
And executives, if we're going to develop that, we require positivity. What is it that you draw from to keep your overwhelming positivity, because you are such a positive person?
It is really the experiences and how you go about in helping each other out. When you have that, I call it helpfulness matters. It does matter. It's about mindset. It's about helping other people. And when you're doing that, that help comes back to you. So as you're building each other up, whether it's their businesses or their personal development, that comes back to you multifold. And so that is extremely important to me. And so with that, I've been able to help other people, help with their businesses, and everywhere that I go, there's always a helping hand for me as well. So it's one of those things of positivity. My family helps with the optimism. I've had several challenges. I mean, I have a 22-year-old daughter, and then I have a 12-year-old son. So there's a big gap there, and there was challenges in between. And so as women, we learn, we bond together, and we proceed and we persevere. So a lot of challenges that I'm extremely thankful for, because they've made me who I am. They make us stronger. They give you courage and boldness. So all of those adversities, I welcome them, because it's another chance to really strengthen yourself and come out of it much, much stronger.
You know, I want to kind of highlight that and point that out, because as women in business, it's a little harder for us to get funding. It's a little harder for us to do certain things, and that's just the way it is.
Yes.
And I actually was speaking earlier this week for a room of females in the finance industry. And one of the things that came up is, well, it's so hard. But actually, entrepreneurs, we use that challenge to drive us and to motivate us. That's how we have to dig deep.
Yes.
It's that willingness to do whatever it takes to get to the next level that really sets apart entrepreneurs and sets apart the ones who are sort of successful from the ones that see greater levels of success.
Yes.
So instead of letting all the things that could be factors working against us, what you have done is you've turned that into fuel and allowed it to fuel your fire. And I've seen that in many entrepreneurs, male, female, whatever, and any kind of issues or adversities that they may face. But you know, you have done so, and you've maintained an amazing demeanor, and you keep coming back to value.
Yes.
And so we talked about relationships, we talked about communities. You've got that. We talked about always adding value. Talk a little bit about how much value is too much before we want to see something back, because that's one of the things that I've gotten a lot of questions about. Well, Jen, how much is too much for free, or how much is too much giving without receiving? When do we draw that line, or what does that look like?
So obviously you're running a business, so you want to make sure that you're always helping a client or a person that you're working with. So is there such a thing as too much value? I don't think so, Because what happens is, as you're helping them, they're going to be calling you and your team back for more, and you're going to just continue to build. So that's part of the continuous improvement mindset in me. It is never the end point. It is always, we're getting started. And even when you get the result and you doubled or tripled your results, it's still the beginning, and there's so much more to do. So that positivity really resonates with people, and when they see the results and they're continuously improving them, and everyone within an organization is doing that, it's phenomenal what happens within a company, within an organization. And it's a lot of fun as well, right? So there's no such thing as it's too much adversity. I actually welcome it, and I know that you do as well. Because every time that we have something adverse happen or a challenge in our life, it makes us much, much stronger. And I personally do think, as we celebrate International Women's Day, that is why women are so strong and capable and confident, because we have had challenges, because we have been told no many times, and because we don't always have a seat at the table. So what do? We create our table.
That's right.
We make it happen, because that is what's making us stronger and thriving. And so as we're gaining momentum out in the corporate world, there's so much more we can do, but by sticking together and challenging each other, we're making us stronger. So all of those challenges, we just welcome them, because we're going to thrive from those.
Absolutely. And on that note, we do have to take a brief break, but think about this. Think about no amount of value is too much value. Always be a person of value, adding value. Yes. That's going to build deeper relationships. And any adversity is a welcome challenge that will fuel us so that we can become stronger. It's just like weightlifting in the gym. The more adversity, the stronger our mental resilience. So we will head into break, but we will be right back after these messages.
Hi, my name is Michelle Merhar. You may remember me from the morning news. I'd like to tell you how getting data and documents into action fast gives you a competitive edge. Digital-first thinking to manage document workflows efficiently are giving all organizations a competitive edge. In fact, digital document automation is an essential process, helping us to become more profitable and to compete. By making any process paperless with secure automation, decisions can be made efficiently, virtually from anywhere. You'll be able to find and share documents securely in seconds. Your staff will be empowered by making optimal use of every office hour. And by the way, the size of your organization doesn't matter. Precision Products has been helping organizations for more than 30 years with paper to digital processes, including scanning systems for any document to premises and cloud document management systems. We make it easy and scalable for your business process needs from the office or other locations, even mobile devices. Contact us to see how we can help your organization succeed. Contact Will Waterall direct at 713-446-5939 and visit us on the web at precisionproductsinc.com.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
Call 855-993-2096 right now. That's 855-993-2096.
Are you ready to shake up the world of health with me? Welcome to Disruptive Health, where we are flipping the script on traditional wellness. I'm Dr. Denise Brown, and on this show, we are diving deep into the latest trends and breakthroughs in health and wellness. Whether you're curious about nutrition, exploring new therapies, or just want to live your best life, Disruptive Health is your guide. Don't miss Disruptive Health, coming soon to Now Media TV.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Welcome back to Power CEOs, the truth behind the business. If you're just tuning in, go to nowmedia.tv, click on shows, and catch the first half of this segment. We are here in studio with Griselda Abuselman, and we have talked about how do we jump from a very high salary into entrepreneurship and shed those golden handcuffs. We've talked about culture and the importance of culture and right value fit in our people in order to really accelerate profits and results in our business. We've talked about her amazing books and the value of having a community who supports and stretches you and encourages you to get to the next level. And most importantly, we talked about challenges and adversity as a method and for us to fuel our fire and really take our businesses to the next level. I want to kind of shift gears just a little bit, Griselda, because you are all about operational excellence. You are a master at this. You spent decades doing this.
Yes.
And something that's been a hot topic of late is, I have a business, I'm growing a business, I want a COO, but I can't hire one yet. And fractional work has become more of a norm in small and mid-sized business. Mm-hmm. So what is a fractional COO or a fractional executive?
Mm-hmm. So fractional executive is really someone, like in my case, as a fractional COO, you partner with a team, a company, an organization, and you're committed to that one team, one organization. And so they're getting your time in whatever contract. It could be a year, it could be a couple years, but it's that partnership that I am going to be working with them without really deviating my time as an operations leader to another partner, another company. So it's that fractional COO and a commitment that we're going to work on the strategy and the mission to get the results that they're looking for. So that's really what the fractional COO is. Obviously, you get to share your wealth of experience with them, and so you don't have to be an employee per se, and sometimes that benefits the partner, the client. But a fractional COO is really having a team within an organization as if you are an employee, but you're not employed by them. And so it's more of a partnership and a contract for whatever length of term the two parties decide. I find that extremely rewarding simply because you get to partner and work with them. And then you can also move on to something else if that opportunity comes by. And you've also left someone that is trained in the line of work that you helped that team build up.
And something that's really important also to note is it doesn't have to be a full-time situation. Like they may only need 10 hours per week of a fractional COO who's overseeing their internal teams to facilitate a transformational change or to an integration. Or a lot of times I see it when we onboard a new company. Like if we do an acquisition, a lot of times I'll bring in fractional executives to support the already present executive team in the integration process and to kind of merge the cultures and do some of the things that are not normal business as usual. They'll bring in that extra hand. And so really fractional executives to me, Griselda, is awesome opportunity for small business. And, I do some fractional work as well. And what it means is you get the right team for the right amount of time for a fraction of the cost of hiring a full-time employee. And you still see the results. And actually I see even greater results because you don't have all the company politics because you're not an employee.
Exactly. And you have a short time to really make an impact. So I see the teams come together, work together, and deploy whatever it is. But treat it as when there's a bubble of work or there's just peaks and valleys, but when there's those peaks, then fractional executives are a great solution to taking care of all of the work, and they own the team and they do phenomenal results. So I'm really enjoying the fractional assignments.
And so talk to me a little bit about you're doing some fractional work for a company, for example, and they're like, listen, we know that you coach, you're an executive coach, we have this thing that's coming, and we want to coach with you as well. What does that look like?
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of it, that it's like a menu of different services that you provide. So you can put them all together, and as you're leading the integration, let's say after a merger and acquisition, you can also help them with leadership development and coaching and strategy deployment. So you can put it all together and you become just that much more valuable to them because you're doing different things for their team, for their business. So it's a really profitable thing to really offer different services based on your expertise.
You know, and one other thing that I really like, and I bring people in, I do fractional work, but I always bring other coaches and consultants to look at my stuff as well.
Wonderful.
Because we kind of, you know, our teams internally, we get to be sometimes an echo chamber, or we have these ideas and we know the strengths of our teams, and the world evolves a little bit, or the world of business is always changing. So sometimes it's really fun to bring in an outside team to get an outside perspective.
Absolutely.
Because we might get, like, I call it project eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know what other people call it, but I call it project eyes. We're so in it. We're always working on our business that we sometimes miss some of the other things. And that extra team, those coaches, they go and they shine that light over there and they go, well, wait, what about that? That's what's holding you back. And so I really enjoy that. And as a company, if you find yourself kind of stagnating, like you've gotten to a certain level of success, but you can't break through that next barrier, that's a perfect time to hire somebody to come in as a coach, consultant, or a fractional work. When or how do people reach out to you? Like, what is something that the entrepreneurs and executives who are watching, that they know, hey, it's time to contact somebody such as Griselda?
So if they have some specific project assignments or an integration, or maybe they're moving a location from one location to another, I've moved and created 7 new facilities around the world. So it's a greenfield site or a brownfield site, we call it. It's something that has to go from point A to point B. And so when there's those type of assignments, absolutely, my website is out there, and I would love to partner with different people to share those experiences. I've actually done it several times that I have a standard process and a platform. I call it a playbook for how we do the standard transition process. And so we have a step-by-step process to make it easy for people to go do that. And I agree with you 100%, Jen. It is a diversity of perspectives that really makes it work, so that you're looking at all the potential failure modes. What could go wrong? And when you know the process so well, you might already be blindsided because of that. But when you bring outside eyes, it's the varied perspective. That diversity does wonders for making sure that you avoid those potential pitfalls.
Absolutely. And you know, the sooner that we can see those pitfalls and we can navigate around them, the faster we have an uptick in our profitability. It's so incredibly important. So before we break, we have just a couple more minutes. You and I are both very much into personal branding, not just our business branding. So talk to me a little bit about the importance of personal branding, and how personal branding, being a speaker, being an author, getting on stages, has really elevated the visibility for your business so that you could take off in such amazing fashion.
Absolutely, and it's critically important. So it's what you stand for. For example, people that know me, they know me as, oh, she does operational excellence extremely well, or she knows operations really, really well. But that branding is critical to make sure that they know you for your authenticity, for your enthusiasm, your style, and they know what they're going to get once they get to work with you. So that is extremely important, and I know you and I talk about this, but the branding in who you are, what you provide, and then what you represent, right? We both, value women empowerment and making sure that women are celebrated and given a seat at the table. But that is something that is our brand. That's something that we value and that we make sure that we promote and that we help others. And by doing that, people see you as that is her brand, right? She elevates other women, and obviously she's doing it by example. So I think that's extremely important in any business. And so the fact that we get to help others, I know you and I have done that before, but really helping them to define what is your brand, what is your passion, and how do we fuel and ignite that passion to do something good for your business or for others in society.
Fantastic. So personal branding is a must. People need to know. We've evolved so much in business from, we have brand loyalty with a company, to we do business with people we know, like, and trust. We do business with people who share our values, who have something greater than just the business itself that we stand for.
Right.
And as the generations have evolved, like, that's the younger generation, they want to know what you stand for and what social or environmental initiatives that are important to you, because when we put that out there, they choose to do business with you. Like, people know I'm a very big proponent for mental health and mental well-being. And so I'm very active in that space. And so people who also share that passion and want to make that a safe space and erase that stigma, they tend to gravitate towards me and will choose to do business with me over a competition because of that unique aspect of myself. So
Absolutely.
it's so important, and what Griselda said is so important that you're authentically putting it out there so that people understand who you are, what you do, what separates you in business, but also who you are as a human being and what you stand for, because that is your personal brand, and people do business with people they know, like, and trust. We do have to take a brief break, but we will be right back after these messages.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
The legal profession is not immune to the disruptive power of artificial intelligence. AI is reshaping the way lawyers research, analyze, and manage legal matters. AI-powered legal research tools can sift through vast volumes of legal documents, statutes, and case law in seconds, providing lawyers with comprehensive insights to build their cases. In courtrooms, AI is used to manage and present digital evidence effectively. It can organize and analyze evidence, making complex cases more understandable for judges and juries. In contract review, AI quickly identifies potential risks, inconsistencies, and compliance issues in legal contracts, saving valuable time and reducing human errors. The future of law is being shaped by AI. AI is streamlining legal research, improving courtroom presentations, enhancing contract analysis, and making legal information more efficient and accessible. Data Dive, infinite insights instantly.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Welcome back to Power CEOs, the truth behind the business. We are here with Griselda Abuselman, and we have talked about so much. She's dropped so many gems, and you know I'm a coach, so you know it's coming. Of everything you heard today, start thinking about all the things you heard. We talked about having a community. We talked about being a person of value. We talked about networking. We talked about culture and knowing our values and personal branding. Of everything you heard today, be thinking about what action you're going to take today. Pick one so that you can move yourself powerfully forward. But we are going to dive right back in, Griselda. In the break, we were talking about values. We talked about values earlier. What are your values in your company?
So my values and what I look for in people and with clients as well, they spell out the word active. And A is for authenticity. I want to make sure that people are themselves. I want to make sure that we're learning from each other. So authenticity is extremely, extremely important to me. And then it's courage. There's going to be, challenges and pitfalls, but you got to face them with courage. You got to be bold and really problem solve around those challenges. T, something that I think is extremely important for any business leader, any entrepreneur, is trust. You got to make sure that you have that notion of trust so you can have a good working relationship with each other and you can help each other and they would come back for more. The I, definitely want to make sure that you act with integrity every single time, even when nobody is watching, when you do the right thing for your business, for your customers, for your people, and for yourself. So integrity is extremely important. The V is for vision, making sure that you have a destination. Where are you going? When we lay out a strategy, we want to make sure that we know, we soul search where we are today as a business or as a person, but that you know exactly what vision you're after. Where are you going? What are you going for? And that has to be very well defined and quantified. And then, of course, E is for excellence. And that is what I love doing, making sure that people have that excellence in their culture, in their mind, and is really taking them to the next level. But really important that when they achieve that level, that they raise it up a notch and they keep moving forward. So active are my values, and that's what I share with my clients and with my team.
I really, really like those values. And, you know, integrity is so important. It's doing the right thing no matter whether people are watching or not. And it's something that gets pushed to the side. But there's a couple things that people can't take away from us. They can't take our brain. They can't take who we are, that authenticity and that unique. We bring something unique to the table, and that's your unique selling proposition in business a lot of times, because people can do the things and do a process, but they can't bring you. They can't bring your energy, your positivity, what is your unique skill set to the table. And so I really like that you kind of summarize that in your active. And I wanna shift gears just a little bit, because something that we love to do on this show is encourage action, because you've given us so much knowledge, and knowledge is just a small part of the equation. The magic happens when we take action. So what is an action that entrepreneurs, whether they're just starting out or they're hitting scale or they're looking at an exit, what is an action that our viewers can take today?
So one of the things that I think any of us should be doing, and especially within the first quarter of the year, is making sure that we define our strategy. What is your strategy and what is your path to success? So I call it that 3 to 5 year breakthrough objectives that are really going to stretch you and your team to put something in place that is going to be like a revenue growth of 2 to 3x or whatever it is that you have in front of you. But defining your strategy, and I have a very simple process of our strategic deployment. It's a template, and you go through and it takes you step by step of what are the bold breakthrough objectives to the what are we going to do this year, what are the improvement priorities, and then how do we measure and make sure that we're on track. So that whole process is what we call strategy deployment process. And so absolutely, I would be more than willing to share with everybody. You can come to my website at www.businesscoachingresults.com. It's www.businesscoachingresults.com. There's a short video and the template for making sure that you're defining your strategy for where you want your business to grow.
Yeah, and it's so vitally important, because without a vision, we can't make a plan. Without a strategic plan, we don't know which actions to take. And without metrics in place, we don't know, are we on plan? Are we below plan? Are we ahead of schedule? So it's so critically important that we have each of those steps. So thank you for that free resource for everyone.
Absolutely.
Make sure you go to Griselda's website and take a look at that. And if you already have a plan, it's a good idea to look at it and ask yourself, did I set this up appropriately? And Griselda, I'm going to ask a question, because a lot of times when clients come to me for business coaching, they're working on 11 initiatives and can't understand why nothing is getting done. Yes. So how many initiatives can we realistically focus upon at one given time? And what does a realistic expectation look like?
That is a great question. I'm so happy that you bring that up, because I see that all the time. So breakthrough objectives, no more than 3. And we start with that. If you have more than that, you're diluting your focus and your team's focus, and they're going to get frustrated. And as you go through, there's annual objectives, but the funnest part is going through the key improvement priorities. How many should we have? I have seen teams that have up to 20 or 25. I guarantee you will not be able to do 25 key strategies in 1 year. So I say, if they don't fit on one hand, you have to shut them off. They have to be well defined, no more than 5 in the key improvement priorities, no more than 3 breakthrough priorities, and that gives you a manageable strategy that your team can really embrace and thrive in. Otherwise, you're giving them too much and you're not going to get anything done.
And how important is ownership? Someone who has ownership of each priority with regards to this, because so many times I've seen teams will come to me, they're like, we're all working on this. And when you go and you're like, why are we not seeing progress? Yep. Oh, well, that's so-and-so's job. Well, that's so-and-so's job. So everybody's pointing at everyone else and expecting to get done. So how important is ownership of specific priorities in this transformational process?
So the beauty of the process that I told you about a while ago, the strategy deployment process, has specifically what are the no more than 5 key improvement priorities with a specific action plan, but very, very important, who is the one owner? Who is that one owner? And we call it the black dot owner because it's in the file, in the template. But who is going to be the owner to set up the meetings, to bring the team together? They might have a lot more people within their support staff, but there's always just one owner to make sure that they're driving the accountability and the progress of it all, right? And then there's a team of people that come together. So we give them the white dot on the template. But there's always that someone owns it, someone's going to hold us accountable, and we're all going to work together to deliver the results for that one person that's going to own it and really present the results and keep us all on track.
And for those of you who are entrepreneurs out there, what is a coach? A coach keeps you accountable to your initiatives, your priorities, and what's most important to you so that you can see your success. Because a lot of people, and this is something that I'm sure you hear as well, Griselda, they're like, I don't need a coach. I can be accountable to myself. But then they're never meeting their benchmarks. They're never meeting their target because when we hold ourselves accountable, we always have excuses. Yes. We have reasons why we didn't make it. Oh, the economy shifted. Oh, this. But when we have a coach, that coach holds us accountable to what we say we're going to do. And if something happens and we have to make a strategic pivot, they're there to give us that perspective so that we can make that pivot. So talk to me a little bit about the accountability piece of the coaching process.
Absolutely. So like you said, I have several coaches. I know that you do as well, but I learned something different from every single one of them. And like you, I'm one that I'm never going to let them down. So we hold each other accountable. And when I say I'm going to deliver that by Wednesday or by Friday, it is there. And so that's that personal accountability. But then the coaches are there to also give you not only the accountability of did it get done, but the quality of the work that got done. And they'll give you feedback, and from their experience, they can say, that could be done in this other method, or did you think about this? So all of those varied perspectives really come together to make sure that you're elevating not only yourself in your own development, but your business as well, and your team.
Fantastic. So we are drawing to a close, unfortunately, but we've talked about a lot of things today. We talked today about having a vision, having a strategic plan. We talked about having key initiatives. We talked about having a coach, having a community. And I happen to know, a little birdie told me that you have a mastermind that creates all of these things. It's a mastermind. It's a space that's a community learning with the coaching and the accountability in order to move, to see that extra perspective and move powerfully forward. Tell us a little bit about that and how people can reach you.
Absolutely. So that is happening in the middle of May 15th and 16th. And as you know, we have an Airbnb on South Padre Island. So whenever we're not hosting guests, we're doing masterminds and coaching sessions. So this one is May 15th and 16th at South Padre Island, Texas. And we have several people coming, and basically it's about branding. We'll have pictures, videos, and a lot of workshops about how to do your strategy, how to run the business, and how to grow your business. So you come out of it with a full-blown strategy of how is it that you're going to go fuel growth in your business, and also have your branding headshots, videos, and full body shots. And we also have some fun. We have some fun at the beach. It is only a 2-minute walk to South Padre Island, Texas, the beach there. And so we get to go and have a luxury dinner right on the beach with a lot of networking, and there's also a nice Italian restaurant. So we're bringing it all together. There's also a taco truck that we're coming over because we're in South Texas, so you got to have tacos. But anyways, it's a lot of fun, a lot of networking, and really bringing together everyone to make sure that they know their numbers, they know their business, and they're ready to fuel their growth with their business.
And so how can people reach out to you if they would like to learn more, if they're interested in your operational excellence for their business?
Absolutely. So the website that I mentioned, www.businesscoachingresults.com/excellence mastermind. Excellence-mastermind. And that's how you can find out about the mastermind. And in the website, there's a lot more information about coaching, speaking, and just really working together as a consultant to make sure that I can help you with your business growth.
Thank you so much for all your wisdom and for being here today.
Thank you so much.
And you, yes, you, I'm talking to you. Now it's time for you to take action. Pick one thing you heard. If that one thing is looking at your strategy using Griselda's template, do it. It's well worth taking that time to do it. But pick one action step from what you heard today and implement it immediately, right now, not tomorrow, not next week, because we'll forget and we'll just have sat and listened to another amazing episode with all kinds of knowledge but not gotten anywhere. The magic happens in the implementation. So let's take action and set ourselves for inevitable success. Unfortunately, all good things do come to an end, including this show. But the good news is we'll be here same time, same station next week. So until then, win today, win this week, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Hi, my name is Michelle Merhar. You may remember me from the morning news. I'd like to tell you how getting data and documents into action fast gives you a competitive edge. Digital-first thinking to manage document workflows efficiently are giving all organizations a competitive edge. In fact, digital document automation is an essential process, helping us to become more profitable and to compete. By making any process paperless with secure automation, decisions can be made efficiently, virtually from anywhere. You'll be able to find and share documents securely in seconds. Your staff will be empowered by making optimal use of every office hour. And by the way, the size of your organization doesn't matter. Precision Products has been helping organizations for more than 30 years with paper to digital processes, including scanning systems for any document to premises and cloud document management systems. We make it easy and scalable for your business process needs from the office or other locations, even mobile devices. Contact us to see how we can help your organization succeed. Contact Will Waterall direct at 713-446-5939 and visit us on the web at precisionproductsinc.com.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Are you drowning in a sea of medical records, spending countless hours in the documentation? Picture this, a cutting-edge AI-powered tool designed specifically for the healthcare industry that streamlines your workflow, reducing time and effort spent on tedious medical record research. Introducing Data Dive, your lifesaver in medical record review. Say goodbye to manual data extraction and hello to efficiency. Our advanced artificial intelligence delves into vast medical databases, swiftly extracting relevant information so you can focus on what truly matters, patient care. Imagine having a virtual assistant at your fingertips, tirelessly working to compile comprehensive medical histories, treatment plans, and diagnostic reports. Data Dive not only saves you time, but ensures accuracy and completeness in your documentation. Data Dive adapts to your unique needs, learning from your preferences, constantly improving its performance. It's like having a dedicated research partner that evolves with you. The future of healthcare is here. Artificial intelligence meets medical expertise. Partner with Data Dive and embrace a world where your valuable time is spent caring for patients, not drowning in paperwork. Your patients deserve it.
My name is Andrew Glisson. Over the past 4 years, I've built a portfolio of over 200 single-family rental properties that generate over $200,000 a month in income. I've put together a 6-step formula to help you consistently acquire rental properties that cash flow $250,000 or more a month and have $30,000 or more of equity built into them. This includes starting right, becoming bankable, buying right, renovating right, exit strategies, property management, and many more modules. Best of all, if you're not totally blown away by the content, we offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're ready to build generational wealth for you and your family, look me up at sfruniversity.com.